Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our 2023 closing out our cookie sale season webinar. We're just going to take another second to let a few more people join in. I see that the numbers are people are still trying to sign in. My name is Regina Shaver. I am the Director of Retail and Product Sales for Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson. We also have Shelly from Little Brownie here has joined us, or Ferraro, I'm sorry, and will be helping us present our slideshow and just do some quick training on how to close out the cookie sale in the final stages. We also have Kathy James with us. We also have Aurora Roscoe and Lacey Mann joining us on behalf of the product sales team. We are going to go through some how-tos and just some important dates and some last minute things that we'll need to wrap up the cookie sale. We will stop a few times for questions. There also is a questions box. If you can type your questions in there, we will do our best to answer every question. If we do not get to your question, we do log of all of our questions, and we will be able to post and respond to you if we cannot get through everything today. So at this point, I am going to turn it over to Shelly. And again, like I said, we are going to stop a few times for questions. So just give us a few minutes. Shelly, whenever you're ready.
Well, thanks for having me. It's great to be here. It is a warm, I guess it's summer almost day. Like we said, like Regina said, we are talking about how to close out your cookie sale. So steps that you'll need to do before June 2nd, because I think that's when troops are locked. Distributions to the girls or reward choices, things like that. So next slide. We will be. Did you hear me? Sorry.
Now I can hear you.
So did you hear anything I said? Nope. Okay. So we'll start again. I'm going to go over some steps to help you close out the cookie sale. As troop leaders or troop cookie chairs, you will be locked out, or no other transactions will be able to be made in eBuddy after June 2nd. So as Regina said, we are going to be stopping along the way, pausing. If you have questions, go ahead, put them in that questions things. We'll stop anything that the girls could not answer. They'll ask me, and hopefully I'll be able to answer it for you. So go ahead for the next slide, Regina. So it's not too late. If you have cookies left over, please do a last call to your customers. Let them know this is going to be it until next March or April. You can do what's called a rolling booth, put some cookies in a wagon, go through your neighborhood with anything that you have left over. It adds to your troop profit, and of course, now the girls can get credit for all those packages sold. So next, please. So what do you do if you need more cookies? Let's say you've had some girl delivered DOC orders come in and you don't have enough to fulfill them. You can always go to the cupboards at any of the Girl Scout Heart of Hudson offices. You can see where those are all located, but you can go to the cupboard up until June 2nd to pick up some more cookies. You can do this by placing an order in eBuddy or a pending order by using that transactions tab. Or there's also the cookie exchange. We'll get into a little more detail about that, but cookie exchange, you can exchange with troops. Maybe there's troop who has too many and you're looking for a couple boxes. You guys can do what we call a troop to troop transfer. So we'll go over that a little bit as well. Next slide, please. So here's just a checklist of what you need to do to wrap up the cookie sale. First of all, make sure all your transactions are correct. If you've had, a couple covered transactions, people can transpose numbers. It's not maliciously in any way, shape, or form. But make sure you check those transactions. Make sure they match up with the receipts that you have. That's why we ask you to keep receipts for anything. Make sure all those digital cookie in-person delivered cookies you have, and they've been delivered by the girls. Do you have a gift of caring program that you're doing for your troop? Do you need more cookies for that? You need to make sure that all of the cookies are assigned for the booths and for the goal getters to the girls. And then last, but of course not least, is that reward order. We need to make sure we get that filled out and submitted as a troop. Next, please. So back one, the final ACH is going to be June 8th. So that will be the last time that the council goes in to pull your final amount due. So we just wanted to make sure you knew about that. And then now you can go to the next one. So we're going to start by just, going through those steps. So of course, we're going to log into eBuddy. And then next slide, please. The first place you're going to go to look is your dashboard. This is what it's going to look like when you log in, making sure that everything looks correct there, that your total number of packages is correct. And then from there, if you go to the next slide, please, the next place you want to go is that Girl Orders tab. You want to make sure that Addison sold 175 boxes. If you have a total that's different than that, we know we need to allocate some cookies to her. How do you know if you have cookies to allocate? Well, in this case, in this troop, if we look down at the difference line, that means there are 62 packages of cookies that either number one, you haven't sold yet, you have those left, or number two, they're sold, but they need to be distributed to the girls. And when I say distributed to the girls, we need to make sure that they're getting credit for packages that they sold. So we want to make sure those 62 packages are getting back to the girls so that they get credit for their rewards for selling those packages. Next slide. So how do you distribute? How do you credit the girls for those additional sales? First thing you're going to do is click on a girl. In this instance, I've clicked on Addison, and we're going to go to Addison and we're going to click on plus order. What that does is it takes us to a screen, and I don't know if there's a screenshot. We're going to hit that plus order button, give her the cookies that she sold. And we're going to do that by putting them in the cookie booth or the cookie other line. Same with special other. As you know, your council has two different prices for cookies. So the cookie sign would be all of those $5 cookies. And if they're in the special line, we need to, and if it is a special line, we need to make sure we put that in that column because those are charged at that $6 level. So next, please. So here's kind of the steps for crediting to the girls. Of course, we're going to go to the Girl Order tab. We're going to see if there's anything unassigned. We're going to click on that plus order. And then you're going to make sure, and this is for goal getter, DOC, booths, insert the number of cookies sold. And like I said, we want to make sure that we're in the right column for the $5 cookies and for the $6 cookies. If you've had a booth and you've sold those cookies, we want to make sure that we're distributing those cookies as well. And recording a booth, you're going to go to the Girl Order screen, and there's a green button there that says Record Booth Sales. You're going to click on that Record Booth Sale, select the booth that you're recording, and enter the number of boxes. From there, all you're going to do is hit Distribute. We did have a webinar, I want to say about a month ago, Regina, somewhere around in there, on how to do all of the distributing. So you can refer back to that if you have any questions, and of course, reach out to one of the girls on the product team as well. Next, please. I think from here, we're going to pause. Any questions? I can't see them right now, but anything that you ladies have not been able to get to?
Yes, hold on, I'm just trying to find it.
Yep.
Someone's asking, what if I need to distribute cookies purchased on digital cookie after the initial order period was over?
Okay. So all of those orders, so all of those digital cookies after initial order, all of the payments for those cookies have come over, but none of the cookies have come over. So one thing you can do as a troop leader, you can go to your reports, and there's a report there that says, says girl delivered after IO. That will show you every girl delivered order that came in after the initial order. So those cookies that were not part of the initial order, and it will give you every order that's there, and you can match that up and distribute those cookies that way. Does that make sense?
Some no. Another one is, if June 2nd is the date eBuddy is locked, does that mean we cannot attribute our boost sales to our girls in eBuddy after that? For example, zero out the girls' numbers. If so, can we get an extension?
Regina, I'll let you.
I'm sorry, I was trying to go through it, so something else.
No,
What was
that's
the
all right.
question?
They wanted to know June 2nd's the day, right, that they get locked
Yep.
out of eBuddy. Is there any way that they could get an extension on that?
I mean, if we can extend it another day or two, if that helps everyone. Is it a problem to change the date by 2 dates, Shelley?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I have no problem if it's easier, if we want to go till, the 4th, I guess. That gives another 2 days. I think that should be good.
So I'm writing myself a note here. We're going to change that date to June 4th. Okay. I don't know what is going on with my screen, but it is so little, I can't see but one line of questions. There we go.
Okay, and now someone's asking if we extend it for, if we extend it till June 4th for troops, will service unit cookie chairs and service unit managers also have a later date?
Sure, we can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
And people are also asking if there's any way to do like maybe a little quick tutorial on like allocating, because I know people were still having trouble with that, and explaining what the difference means for the troops, like at where the girl orders are.
Hang on. If I can get out of seeing this. I'm going to get into eBuddy here, Regina, so just give me a minute and then I'll take over sharing. Okay. Can anybody throw out a troop number that has some difference lines? So I don't have to just go poking around and I'll walk through it.
Okay, we have 1924.
101924. Okay. Now, Regina, I gotta find you again. I am gonna just change presenter to me. Are you sure? Yes. So does everyone see eBuddy now?
No,
Oh, what do you see? Okay, change presenter. Show my screen.
Now you're good.
Okay, let me get the questions out of here. Okay, so now you should see eBuddy, right? So for this troop, if I can get this out of here. For this troop, they have 53 packages and that's because it's a negative. So they have 53 packages that need to be distributed to the girls somewhere through a booth, through something, 53 packages. And we know this because if you look at the girl totals right now, it's 317 packages. That's what you have distributed to the girls. But your total order is 370 packages, which means you have 53 packages. So if I click on Deanna and I see she had 77 packages in her initial order. If I go here, I gotta get this out of my way. If I go here, I can see if Deanna had any girl delivered after the initial order. Hang on, I gotta get this. Wherever I put it, it's in my way. And she has not. So I know there's no DOC girl delivered I need to give to her. So if I go back to girl orders and let's look at Hannah. And I see, does she have any? Well, she had 9 packages of girl delivered after the initial order that we need to make sure she gets credit for. So if I look back through her transactions, you can see here's 4 of those packages. They're not packed. Yes, 4 of those packages that have been distributed to her. And 5 were distributed to her. So we know she has all of her delivered. No, we don't. Sorry, those are, let me back up. I'm sorry to confuse you. If you look at the initial order locked line, anything above that line has already been distributed to the girls. Below here are those 2 DOC delivered. So we know we need to give her 9 packages. So if we look at those orders, come on. So we have 7 packages here and 2 packages there. And let me show you this report real quick. If you as troop leaders go to reports and you're going to look at DOC reports, you can look at every girl report through that happened for DOC for all your girls. So I want to look at every single package. So I'm going to click on packages. I'm not going to fill anything in here because I want every package. I don't care if it was shipped, donated, whatever. If you only want delivered or donated, you would click a box. But I want every package that was sold through the DOC always click on exportable, and I'm going to click on the XLS. Here's my report. So here's what every girl sold on DOC. So we're looking at Hannah. She had 9 packages delivered after the initial order, and my guess would be those packages. So bear with me. 7 and 2. Okay. So I know now I need to give her 2 packages of specialty cookies because she sold 2 packages of s'mores and they're at the higher price point. So that's how I know to give specialty, or how I know to give just regular core cookies or other cookies. So I know out of those 9, I'm going to give 2 packages of specialty and 7 packages of regular cookies. So that's how you would find out if you need to distribute. So then I'm going to go back to Hannah. And I'm going to add an order. In the comments, I'm going to write DOC girl delivered packages. Okay, we know that's what it was. So we're going to put it under cookie or the other. We had 7 here, and we're going to put it under special other 2 here. And we're going to hit save. We don't need to worry about the money because the money has already come into Hannah. And then we're going to click save. So now when we go back and look at Hannah's record, these add up. I can't get myself over there. It would say 0 on the other line. Okay, so that's how we distribute those packages. I'm going to leave that there. If whoever's troop I'm in would let one of the girls know, if you want me to delete that out, I can delete that out without a problem. Does that help? And it would be the same if I go to girl orders and I want to record a booth sale. Let's say I had a booth sale. I'm going to click on record a sale. And of course, this troop doesn't have any booth sales, but your booths would show up here. Can somebody give me a troop that had a booth sale?
We got
2254.
1905.
Sorry, give me another, sorry. 2294.
2254.
54. No. Now this booth sale has to be in eBuddy. You had to have put it in eBuddy.
1905.
Shelly, and I don't know if you already showed how to evenly distribute booth cookies in the
Yep, I'm doing that right now. I'm doing that right now, Aurora.
Okay,
So-
because yes, I'm
So
finally
now
back.
I'm here. I'm going to record a booth sale. So I want to record this booth that happened on Westchester on 4/22. All I'm going to do is click on record sale. Are these the correct packages sold? 31? For a total of 58 packages?
They said yes.
Okay. So then after I've listed all of the packages sold. I've listed here if there's any thing that was done through your credit cards, all that kind of stuff. And all I'm going to do is click on go to distribute. In this case, this booth, she distributed, I can select all the girls if they participated, and eBuddy would evenly distribute those 58 packages, or I can divide it up saying, okay, Alessandra and Victoria were there for the entire time. I'm going to give them a little bit more and do it by the number of hours or how long they participated to make it even for every girl that participated in that. Once that's done, and I've distributed the way I wanted to distribute. If you want to distribute evenly, you just make sure you select all the girls or not select all the girls, however you want to distribute, hit distribute, and then save. So now, when we go to transactions, and we look at, I'm sorry, we go to girl orders and we look at Alessandra. In her, right here is the Westchester Mall at 11 o'clock, and we gave her 12 packages. Any other questions on distribution? Want to make sure that everybody kind of gets it.
Somebody asked if they tried entering their booth sale multiple times, but it never showed up. So can they just allocate their cookies as booth plus order?
Yep.
To the girls?
So in that case, so if you don't have a booth to hit this record a booth sale, all you're going to do is go to, we're going to use Carissa, for instance, and then you're just going to add an order. And then in the comments, you can write booth at Sheets, wherever, just so that it has some type of record that she participated in that booth. And sorry, somehow I got muted.
Yes.
Did you hear me? Is that
No.
understood?
No, we didn't. I was gonna just let you know that you were muted.
So when did I get muted?
Like a minute ago. Maybe you
So-
can repeat the last thing that you
Yeah,
said.
so if you want to make sure you're indicating what booth it was at and where you were at, the number of packages sold, and then that those packages are paid for, because at a booth, they're paid for, you've collected the money for them. She doesn't owe you any additional money for those packages. So you can do the same thing, and then you would go through each girl that participated in that booth at Sheets, do the exact same thing, distribute the number of packages, however your troop has decided to distribute packages. Anything else I can show you before we get back to the closing out your sale?
Shelly, somebody's asking that the numbers on the Girl Rewards page update, it's not updated.
Say that again, Aurora.
They're saying that that they have been entering all their numbers for booths and initial order, but the numbers do not match in the reward tab yet.
Can you give me a troop number?
Let me see, who is this person? Or maybe they can raise their hand because you know, I just went to the bottom of the page. Let's see if I find her.
It's troop 01389.
We're going to get to rewards later in this presentation.
Okay.
But is she saying on initial order or final rewards?
She says, how do the numbers on the girl reward page update? I've entered all the booth and girl delivered after initial orders, but the number of boxes on the rewards page do not change. Does not change. And that is from Anne-Marie Rosenberg.
What girl is she? All the girls are not?
Let me see if she can.
So if
Let
I
me
look at
see
her
if-
girl order page, I'm just going to pick a girl. Let's look at
Okay.
Emily H. Emily has
Okay.
sold 126 packages. So if I go to rewards and I go to fill out and I look at Emily, she has sold 126 boxes. So is that what you're saying, or are you saying you're entering transactions on the girl order page and those boxes are not staying?
She said
Shelley?
to look at Athena.
Look at Athena.
Yeah, she says as of this morning, she sold 77, but it
Yep.
wasn't updated for her to get the reward.
So she sold 77 packages. If I go to final rewards, fill out, all this stuff is in my way. Athena, she sold 77 packages. And those are the 3 items she would receive: the theme patch, the decals, and then the DOC charm. Is that what she was not seeing that earlier?
Yeah, she said it's now updated.
Okay.
And then there's somebody else who's asking, is there anything different to allocating cookies from the Troop website?
So if you have cookies in your troop site, does she have cookies there now that I can use that troop?
It's
It's
troop
Troop
29.
0. Troop
20.
2974. Only
It's only 4 cookies from 2974.
So if you have cookies in this troop site, you're going to click on the troop site girl, and then you're going to hit this plus distribution. And it's the same process. You're going to say, okay, what 4 girls do you, or what girls do you want those 4 packages to go to? Right now, you have it picked the first 4. You don't have to pick those. So you choose who you want to do that, and then you hit save. So again, you're going to go to the troop site girl. You're going to hit the plus distribution and choose what girl or multiple, you know, what girls or girl you want those packages to go to. That simple for troop site distribution.
Okay, I think we're gonna move on for
Yep.
the rest of the presentation.
Yep, let me try to get it back to you. The sharing, we need to go change to oh my goodness, we did it.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead to the next slide. So rewards, we're going to talk a little bit about rewards. This is your reward lineup. You can see those initial order rewards. They will be coming with your final rewards. Just wanted to give you a heads up that those will be coming with your final reward order. Next slide, please. So once, how rewards are calculated. They're all calculated on boxes sold in eBuddy. If you look at the girl tab and you go to the reward tab, it should all match. The number of boxes sold on the girl order tab and the number of boxes sold on the reward under the girl should be the exact same. So they will start shipping to the service unit cookie chairs about the beginning of July. Next slide, please. So final rewards, all patches are part of the final rewards. So just if you've opted out, you're still going to get those patches. Starting at 200 boxes, you get a choice of the item, and here is the rings, or you get to choose do-si-do. So starting at the 200 level, you can choose, you get a choice of the item or the do-si-do. That's why it's very important as troop leaders, you make those choices. So also talking about do-si-do, at 125 packages, you get the 25 packages, $25 worth of do-si-do. So here are the final reward patches. Of course, you get the theme patch, you get the gift of caring patch, and the gift of caring patch is included for either your troop gift of caring or Operation Op Drop. Operation Cookie Drop. So either one of those columns, if you have 12 boxes as in those columns, you will earn the gift of caring patch. There's a booth sale patch, and then at 125 packages, you earn the charm patch. And then you can also get the 2003 bar patch at 200, and then of course the increments of 100, the bar patches. Just wanted to show you the charm patch and the charms that you could earn for that patch as well. So do-si-do, you start earning it at 125 packages. And again, like I said, starting at the 200 level, you get the choice of the item or the do-si-do. If you don't make a choice and it comes down to the council is getting ready to submit their reward order to me at the bakery, we will have to make choices for you, and they are going to choose I forget, Regina, either the item or the dough.
The item.
The item. So if you don't make a choice and we have to, it gets down to the wire and we have to make a choice, we're going to choose the item for you. So next, please. So I kind of went through this in live eBuddy. You're going to go to rewards. You're going to go to and click the fill out button. And then once you click that fill out button, if you go to the next slide, please, Regina. You'll see all the girls listed. They'll be listed down in the blue there to make a choice, and you'll see that size catalog selection needed. That means there's a choice. That girl has a choice that needs to be made. You're going to click on that girl and then scroll down to where that choice is, and you will choose either the item or the dough at that time. And here's just a snippet of what it looks like at the 200 level. It was either the poncho or the $10 do-si-do, and they need to pick one of those choices for rewards. Next slide. So once you've made all your choices as a cookie chair or a cookie leader, a troop leader, you want to make sure you submit your reward order as a troop. So once all your selections are done, all the girls have made their choices, you're going to go back to your rewards and you're going to click on submit my reward order. That submits it to the service unit so they have a chance to review, and then from there the service unit's going to submit it to the council. Next, please. So I told you we talk a little bit about cookie chain, the cookie exchange tab. So either you have too many cookies or you're looking for the cookies, the cookie exchange tab is a good place to go to help out a sister troop. All you're going to do, I believe, go to the next tab. Next slide, sorry. You're going to click on the cookie exchange tab and you're going to just enter the cookies that you have available. Once you do that, any troop then going in can go and look under adventurefuls, or if they want Samoas, and they can see what's available to them, and you can then do a troop to troop transfer between the two troops so that you're no longer financially responsible and the other troop is. Next. Questions?
I just want to clarify, I know it came up, the gift of caring and op drop is combined, so it has to be a combined between both 12 packages.
Thank you.
I don't see any other questions unless I missed anything. Does anyone else see anything?
No?
If you're having trouble, you're not reconciling, I know Lacey or Kathy or somebody found one. There was a mistake in a transaction. Those are easy to clear up. Just make sure you have your receipt and can, kind of prove it. I only picked up 9, not 10 type thing. And we are happy to fix that for you. Well, if that's it, I'll turn it back over to you, Regina.
Actually, I think a few more questions.
Oh, okay.
So sorry, going back to troop 2595, she's saying that she entered a booth after the initial order boxes, but her number of boxes on the rewards page isn't updated.
Okay, hang on. What troop are we going to? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
2595.
02595. Is there a particular girl we can look at?
Leah, L-E-A-H.
Leah, Leah. Okay. So I see a booth on 318. Were there more booths than that?
She's waiting on an answer.
Yep. It looks like she has some DOC delivered as well that need to be distributed to her.
She said just 318 booth and some girl delivered after that.
Yep, yep. So if we go back to this, can I share again?
Yep.
Hang on, I gotta remember how I did it. Change presenter. Me, show my screen. Okay, do you see eBuddy?
Yep.
So remember, we need to get this over here. I've got this little thing in my way, I can't see. Remember, we need to go to reports and we need to see what packages Leah sold in those girl delivered. So DOC orders, we could do it by girl and let's filter it. I don't think I can filter it by the girl, but we're gonna do packages and exportable. We're not worried about dates or anything else. And then we just click this XLSX. We're gonna open the file. We're gonna look for Leah. Man, this thing is right in my way. So here's Leah. And she had 4 orders after 1, 2, 3, 4, it looks like, probably here. So if we look at her totals, 42, 48, 58, 59, 65 packages. Anybody want to check my math? 65. 8 of them are specialty. So that means 58, 57 are other. 42, 52, 53, 53, and 12 is 65. Okay. So remember, we've got to distribute those packages to her. So we're going to go to girl orders. We're going to go to Leah. We're going to do a plus order. And these are DOC girl delivered. Help if I would spell right. And these are cookie other is 57. 57. And special other is 8. Save. Now Leah has there's the 65 we distributed. So did you already distribute 50 of those 65? Or were those in another booth somewhere?
She said, yes, I already added all the after initial order boxes. Just one booth.
Well, I get that there were 65, not 50. So it looks like we need to distribute 15 more packages. So let's delete this. Let me see. Are you able to delete? Yes. So if we go back to Leah. So you did 50. So if I look at this transaction, so you got the 42 and the 8, but it looks like 15, you got the 8 of the special, but there needs to be 15 more for a total of 65. So you need to do the same thing that you just did for the 50, but just do 15 cookie others to balance out Leah. Does she want me to do that?
I think we're good now.
Okay.
So, Shelley, are we good to, if we do the extension for 6-4 and 6-6, to make the extension till 11:59 p.m. for each day?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll do troops on the 4th and service units on the 6th.
At 11:59 p.m.
Yep.
Okay. That works for me. I'll get that changed as soon as I get off this webinar.
Think unless anyone else has any questions. Aurora?
No,
You see
no, I'm looking. And if they have specific questions, they can connect with us tomorrow and we can go over with
Yeah.
them step by step.
Sure. And if you have questions, I'm always available too.
So if anyone has any questions, you can email any of the product sales managers directly or myself. All of our contact information is on our website. You can also call customer care or email customer care, and they will directly connect you to the person best to speak to. That would be the best way to go about it. And again, like I said, our email addresses, our phone numbers are all on our website. If you just go under organization, you'll see each person. We did record this, so we will post on the website as soon as we can, in case we didn't get to any questions. But from what I can see, most have been answered. And feel free to email or call any of us. And doesn't look like anything else is coming in. So thank you everyone for everything this season. I know it has been a challenging year, but also very successful for many troops. And I hope that we will all see all of you back next year. And we will talk soon. And have a great night. And thank you for spending tonight with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.